Greetings YouTube, I am Skyfire the Pokemon Man, and this is a Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle video. And this video is against PK Modz, that's with a Z that is. And this is also from the live Pokemon Wi-Fi room. He is going to start off with his Swampert, as I am going to begin my 30 mile, that is my Sableye. And again, I had switched some things on 30 mile because of the fact that it was one of the Pokemon that I used to have a Heck Blue on it, but I changed it up. So hopefully things will be a little different after this. So I'm going to see a Flare Blitz come up, and it takes it all the way down to about that much. So I gain a little bit of HP back after the Flare Blitz, and I am going to go for a Nightshade. So what happens is that I get out predicted because of the fact that what I was going to do was to see if I was going to take Crystal Lake into this. But unfortunately what happens is I get predicted I was going to bring in Suicune. But I forgot I do have a Walking Berry on Suicune, so it shouldn't take that much. So I was happy that the recharge phase and I have recharge phase and not recharge phase, recoil damage and life orb damage. So after the second wild charge, I was gonna hope that it did not kill the Crystal Lake, but unfortunately it did. However, at least I got Arcanine down, so we're even at 5 apiece after Arcanine kills itself. So I'm gonna bring in Airbender, that is Xatu. Well, since I saw the anime, I said, wait. Let me think of this again. I'm going to bring in Sableye again. And this is going to be a lot of switching in this one. He switches out and brings in Pikachu named Ash. I'm going to go for Will-O-Wisp anyway, because at least now my prediction is going in the right direction in a sense. So I am going to go for a Taunt, not knowing what this thing was going to do, but it went for a Volt Tackle. That was interesting. So Sableye is gone darn critical. So this was a really interesting game. So I'm gonna bring in Airbender yet again. I don't know why I brought Airbender in this one. I felt like this was a bad place, so I was going to see if the Calm Mind was going to work on this one, because the Pikachu is burned. And I was hoping that the Volt Tackle didn't take much, but it took a lot. I got one hit KO. I'm like, great. This is not looking good. So I had to tell myself, what would I do in order to make this a little bit different? That was a bad play of the day. He did Quick Attack. Maybe if he did another Volt Tackle. I bring in a new Pokemon. That's my Dobbs Heights Crobat. Yeah, I know Crobats use a lot, but for me, it's my first time using it, and of course, I'm playing something different. With the burn, that is a KO on the Pikachu, so things were looking good. Now, I had expected Protect to be used on the Yanmega. So even though Yanmega did get that, I did get a nasty plot, so I'm at +1. Actually +2, I don't know why I'm thinking +1. It's going to go for an Ancient Power, which may not do as much as you expect, but it did just enough. So with that, I could have went for the air slash, but I don't want to risk a miss. So what happens is that I'm going to go for a +2 stab sludge bomb, which will take down the Yanmega and all that speed. So here comes the Swampert, and I was expecting Stealth Rock to come up, but I am going to go for the air slash this time. It takes a lot, and I get a flinch, so that was almost good for Dobbs Heights. So Dobbs Heights is really getting good in this one. I'm gonna go for another stab sludge bomb, even though it's not very effective. I already know it's going to be KO. So this is interesting round for Dobbs Heights, taking out both Swampert and Yanmega. Unfortunately, I had to deal with a sucker punching Honchcrow, and that just goofed up my chances for, well, mainly for Crobat. So I'm going to bring in Ludington. And, you know, I dealt with this before. The priority move using Sucker Punch. And unfortunately, I have to deal with that and I get KO'd. Like, really? Like, not this again. So I said, maybe Heavy Rough might be a little better in doing this. And something told me I should have did that beforehand. But the only reason why I did that was because of the fact that I thought that I was going to be able to KO it. But then I saw that it took about a quarter. And I thought to myself, no. I said, not again. Henry Ruff had to be a little bit sinking of this. So I had to predict another Sucker Punch was going to be used. Now, with the switch, I was going to get a free hit, even though it is against a Hitmontop, which I'm always dealing with Hitmontops. Just great, just one thing. I'm going to use Ice Punch. It took a lot. Thank you for that critical. I needed that. I really need that critical. Else things are going to get really rough. Speaking of rough, that high jump kick was just as rough enough in order to get that Hitmontop out of there. So now, I have my own Moxie. Now, the last time I played this guy, he got me with Brave Bird. Henry Ruff is saying, I'm not going for that again. The last time I played him, I lost to a Brave Bird and Honchcrow, but not this time. An Ice Punch will pretty much KO it, and that is good game to PK Modz. So, after this, I guess we're even. Whew, thank you to Henry Ruff for saving my game. Rate, comment, subscribe, give it a like, Skyfire, saying have a nice day, and see you next time.